But I just did a little bit of research here, and just want to bring a little bit of reality to our sort of situation. So 1 in 4 men over 40 will die from heart disease. 1 in 4.
Not good.
Not good. Testosterone drops 1% per year after 40. 1%. So 10%, 20%, work it out.
Yeah.
That's how much and it affects your obviously muscle mass, energy, libido,
everything,
mood. And one of the reasons why we wanted to change that, and one of the reasons why we created our product, was to help that sort of situation.
Address those issues.
Yeah. Over 40% of men are overweight or obese. Yeah, tuck in those stomachs. Colorectal cancer, so colon cancer, risk rises sharply, and 90% of cases occurring in people aged 50 and over. But I heard a different stat actually to that. I heard that because youngsters are eating all like packet food and don't know how to cook, the rates of colon cancer and bowel cancer have skyrocketed
at a younger age.
At a younger age, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's not good.
And mental health is a silent epidemic.
It is.
Which is what we're trying to break. I mean, men aged 40 to 49 have the highest suicide rate any age group.
Yep.
So based on all the things that we talked about stress, working a heck of a long time, not looking after yourself, or compounds.
And let's not forget violence because of mental state, depression, feelings of inadequacy or whatever, and how that affects spouses and partners. Violence against women has increased, and a lot of that has to do with mental health, mental state, having a healthy mind, and I suppose how you look in your own eyes, and then we're sort of sectioning back to what you said about social media and what it makes people think they should be.
Yep.
So there's a
lot
to cover.
A lot of those stats are unreported as well.
Of course.
So people don't want to talk about it, especially men. They don't talk about it. They don't acknowledge what they're going through, and they take it out either on themselves or other people around them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And suicides, of course, don't get reported either.
No.
So we don't know what the real figures are.
Yeah, they're worse than what they're reported to be.
Absolutely. 1 in 2 men over 45 have high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes. I mean, the list goes on. Over 70% of men over 40 are overweight. We talked about that. Men lose over 8% of muscle mass per decade after 40.
Yep.
So if you're in the gym, concentrate on strength. Stamina only gets you so far.
Well, we also know there's real research and proof around muscle mass. We're not talking about bodybuilding muscle mass. We're talking about the muscle mass that supports your body.
It supports your body.
As it ages, and that you age way more effectively when you have muscle mass and you continually use it and build it. It has a massive outcome on your longevity. So it is very important.
And your self-esteem as well.
Of course, confidence, everything.
When you look at, I suppose, some blokes, people around you and their posture and the way they run, the way they walk, whether they're heel strikers or toe strikers, you think, oh my gosh, is that what I look like? So it's something that you really got to take note of.
Yeah.
All the bad habits that you learned in your 20s and 30s, you just got to take a good look at yourself. Because I was a heel striker going into my 40s, mid 40s. I was a heel striker when I was running.
What's a heel striker?
A heel striker. Okay, so when you're jogging, when you're going for long distance jogging,
you land on
I always found it really, really hard because I was landing on my heels first and then rolling forward, and that puts a lot more exertion on your calves and your upper leg, and just tires you out so much quicker. But if you're a toe striker, you're hardly using your calves, your legs are working naturally, and you're propelling yourself forward. So the mechanics of it, I didn't even think about because I was just playing rugby. No one taught me how to run. Yeah. Never really looked at it. But man, when I hit my 40s and I was not running as I was, I didn't have the energy as I had, man, those changes, it takes a while to do, but those changes, I run further and faster than I've ever run in my life. And it was all down to technique.
Yeah.
So that's an important thing to look at. Cholesterol is an issue.
Massive.
Absolutely massive.
And all these things circle back to similar issues: stress, diet, whether you're sleeping properly, recovery, lower levels of testosterone. There's a common theme here.
Yeah, absolutely. 75% of men don't seek help for mental health issues.
That's obvious.
75% though. That is crazy. That's a crazy stat. That is 1 in 8. And if you factor that in, to 1 in 8 men will experience depression over 40. 1 in 8.
Yep.
That's terrible. And men are nearly 3 times more likely to die from alcohol-related causes. And that's not me, because I don't drink alcohol.
Yep.
So that's not a good stat. So a lot of stats to contend with in society today.
This is Wayne.
This is
Steve. Okay, guess that again. Yeah, we're too relaxed.
No. Hi, hi everyone. This is Steve
And Wayne.
and we are proud sponsors of this podcast. Thank you so much for your support. We look forward to getting more out of the community and hearing your stories, and we can't wait to...
Oh, you were so close.
Hi everyone, my name is Steve.
I'm Wayne.
And we are from the Aussie Bloke Shop, and we are proud sponsors of this podcast. What's this podcast about, Wayne?
It's all about men aging.
Oh, cool.
Oh, specifically men over 40. And it's here to give you hints and tips. And we're going to interview wonderful people telling us great stories and giving us wisdom about how to do it properly.